you get the bell tolls, then go find the national anthem as soon as we're done with that.
Allen Eagles baseball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. With Ed Kless, I'm Michael Gulnick, looking into the camera, even though Ed was late turning it. The one time I finally figure it out.
It's hard to get good help these days.
Well, we should be in for at least a more competitive game than we've seen, okay?
Agreed.
We root for Allen, obviously, but we also have to state the truth. And the truth is, the competition they faced lately has not been at the highest level. McKinney wasn't quite the challenge that we expected them to be. Princeton, obviously, winless in district. But now the team that's right behind these guys in the district, the Plano West Wolves, who have won 7 games in a row.
This is going to be a whole new series, I think, and this is the tough part of their schedule coming up. We were talking to the coach of Plano West ahead of time, and he said, Allen has done what they're supposed to do, which is make a run and get those 8 wins under their belt early on in the season. So now they're king of the hill. They got to be knocked off, and let's see if Plano West can do it.
But you did get the impression that their coach wasn't intimidated or that impressed.
Nope.
He is ready to send his guys on the field, and we, as broadcasters, really would like to see a well-played, competitive game. So I had a chance a few moments ago to talk with head coach Wilson, and we talked a little bit about that magical no-hitter from Caden Muscat. Time for our pregame interview with Coach Wilson. And Coach, before we get to tonight's game, we got to go back and relive what happened the other night. Caden Muscat with a no-hitter, almost back-to-back no-hitters, and he was just on cloud 9 when he came up to the booth. How rewarding is it for you to see a kid that you've gotten to know and I'm sure think very highly of go out there and have that kind of success?
I love that kid. I love him. That's just his fire that he plays with. You want all the kids to have his competitiveness, his emotion, the way he plays. He just pounds the strike zone. Trusts the defense. He does exactly what you want a guy to do up on the mound. So it's real rewarding. I'm real proud of him. He's been such a great player for the last 3 years for us.
And I'm sure there's no way to check this, but I don't think you'll find at any level a guy with a no-hitter that was as angry with himself early in the game as he was. Every pitch that missed the zone, he's kicking at the dirt and walking off the rubber.
Yeah, he has very high expectations of himself. And so that's how you become a competitor is you want to do the very best. You expect a lot out of yourself, and that's what he does every single time he plays.
All right, let's move on to tonight because no disrespect to Princeton, but this is more competitive for you guys. You're going up against a Plano West team that's won 7 straight, and you guys have won 8 straight. Obviously, something's got to give. You've got the better record in district, undefeated. What do you expect, though, from tonight? You think this is going to be a much closer game than we've seen recently?
Yeah, when you're playing when you're fighting for a district championship, playing for playoffs, it's always more intense, more competitive by both teams. But it comes down to execution. Like you don't win the game with the emotions, but you're going to win it with execution at the plate, throwing strikes, playing defense, get runners on base, moving around, and then executing when you get a chance to score.
What do you remember? More importantly, what does the lineup remember of Case and Hodges? Because last year you guys beat him, but he did pitch pretty well. Gave up just 7 hits, 3 runs.
Yeah, he went deep in the game last year. He had 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. So he was last year, and what we've seen this year, a pitch to contact guy. So we expect him to throw strikes, be in the zone. It's going to be up to us to make sure we're getting good pitches that we can hit, that we can drive, and that'll be what separates us at the plate.
Yeah. Brooks Betley going to the mound for you guys tonight, and I think you and I have talked about this every interview. There is no drop-off, none whatsoever, regardless of who you put out there. And Brooks is another guy that's just always strike one, getting in front in counts, and hitting his spots.
Yep, and he's been that way for 3 years as well. So he's got a lot of innings behind him, a lot of big games. He loves the pressure. He loves the moment. He loves to compete. So he's very similar to Caden, even though one's righty, one's a lefty, but they're almost identical the way they go about their business.
All right, one more question, and that's about Jaden Wilson, closing in on a couple of records. The single-season record for stolen bases and the career record for stolen bases. How big is it for you to watch this kid come and really about to be to take a bite out of Allen history?
Well, in order to steal bases, you got to get on base first,
right?
And so he's done a great job over the last 2, even 3 years. He's another one that's played 3 years, but at the top of the order, he sets the table for us. He's done a great job all year getting on base, whether it's a walk or a base hit. And then when he's on, he has a green light to go, and he's getting good jumps. He's reading the pitcher.
Yeah.
He's very good at executing the stolen base. So it is an art to it, and he's got it down pretty good.
I can't let you go without following up on something you just said, and that is instinct. Speed is one thing, but I've seen plenty of fast base runners get thrown out at second because they didn't read it right. He seems to have this natural instinct for knowing when to go.
Yeah, it's great observation, because it is a difference. You can have a lot of players with speed; they can run, but you also have to have the confidence in yourself to do it. And that's something that goes overlooked. Is it is there's an art to it, and he's very fast twitch, and it's a technique. He's executing.
Our national anthem here from Allen as we get ready for game one of this two-game series, home and home between Plano West and Allen. The lineup for Plano West looks like this. Ty Gilday is the center fielder leading off. Kason Hodges is the pitcher, but he also bats second. Abraham Perez, the second baseman. Hamilton Clint batting cleanup and playing third. Gavin Jones, the DH. Colin Tran is the catcher batting sixth. Will Hinkson, the left fielder, and Jesus Reyes is in right field batting eighth. Batting ninth, DeMarcus Jr., the shortstop, and apparently not batting. And we say apparently because you and I both agree we have never seen a first baseman not hit before, but their first baseman, Jackson Wade, is listed in the number 10 spot, so we're assuming he's not going to hit.
It's possible because they have it listed as 10 as opposed to a dash, so we'll just have to see. You can bat 10 in high school baseball, so we'll see.
Setting the defense for you, Caden Muscat, the hero from the other night, is in left. Jaden Wilson, who could be a hero tonight, is in center. Carson O'Neill is in right. The infield third to first, Shea Young, Kyle Tanksley, Hayden Denny, and Chandler Hart. And the battery, Brooks Betley on the mound, and Ryan Blessing behind the plate. And we are almost ready for baseball. Little, I guess you would say a little humidity in the air tonight.
Yeah, not quite as nice as it was the other night, but not a bad night. It's been a lot more humid, I can tell you that. So.
No, definitely. Had those storms blow through. Although we didn't get any storms in Flower Mound. I always feel kind of cheated when there's all this buildup and you see that, the weather projections where they've got the area that could be impacted and Dallas is always in that area, and then nothing happens.
There you go. Well, it also is lucky because we have had, I think, 3 storms in here in Allen the last couple of years that have been taking out roofs, so you got that going for you.
And I remember those, and I can honestly tell
that
you.
That one night when we were here 2 years ago,
yeah.
when it was I was just doing camera back then, but remember the clouds turned green? That's crazy.
And I can tell you, none of those storms impacted Flower Mound that much, because I remember all 3. All right, here we go. Ty Gildia at the plate against Brooks Betley, and that one is looped into shallow right center field. Coming over to make a running grab is Jaden Wilson. That one hung up just enough. Thought when it left the bat it might land, but
yep.
We talk
with the backspin. And
we talk about his stolen base talents, but he is also a terrific center fielder.
Has excellent range. I don't think he's quite as fast as Aiden Austin was, but he gets a better jump on the ball.
That's exactly right. Here is Kason Hodges, who looks at a pitch outside for ball one. Hodges pitched against Allen last year in a game that the Eagles won 3-2, but Hodges by no means pitched poorly. He actually pitched pretty well in that game. That one gets away from Blessing, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yep, each team won one last year. I believe they each won the home game and by 1 run, so we're looking forward to the same thing. I think there's fewer returning seniors for Plano West.
I do remember a few of these names, though. And the 2-0 pitch almost hits Hodges. 3 balls and no strikes. We've seen this a couple times where Brooks loses the strike zone and it may last for a hitter or two and then he's fine. That was a good fastball right down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Abraham Perez is on deck for Plano West. The Wolves. 3-1 up high, ball 4. Obviously, the first walk of the game given up by Betley, and here is Abraham Perez. I can guarantee you there are 3 people not happy with that walk. And we're going to have a courtesy runner with Hodges being the pitcher. We're going to have a courtesy runner. I'll tell you who it is.
It's running number 4, Nathan Barrico.
Nathan Barrico is, Ian beat me to it.
He did.
I hate that. So Barrico takes the lead off of first. And the first pitch to the left-hand hitting Perez is chopped to short. Tanksley charges his only play at first, and he makes it look easy. Well done, as usual, for Kyle Tanksley. So a runner does go down to second. Barrico, the courtesy runner, and here is Hamilton Clint. So I was going to say, the 3 people unhappy about the walk. Obviously Brooks, obviously Coach Wilson. All right, 4 people. Coach Tanksley and his dad. Brooks's dad does not like walks.
Oh, well, we saw what walks did to the Princeton team on 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that wasn't a lot of fun.
No.
You love to see runs score and guys get on base, but, man, you'd rather see the ball hit. And the funny thing is, in an 8-0 win, you and I talked about it in the game, there were very few hard-hit balls.
Was it 8 runs on 6 hits? Is that right?
Yep. That's a good fastball right down the middle, 1-1 to Hamilton Clint. If he reaches, Gavin Jones, the DH, will come to the plate. 2 down, top of the first, just underway from Allen. And the 1-1 gets away from Blessing all the way to the fence, and so the pinch or courtesy runner, I'm still getting used to it. Barinka ends up at third. It's just so natural to say pinch runner.
Oh, yeah. Well, because that's what we've grown up with for years. It's just a weird thing about high school baseball that you have courtesy runners.
And the pitch.
Oops, excuse me.
Got in on him. Oh, man. I don't think that felt good. He's looking down to his head coach, and I think as much because he's kind of in some discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
That ball really got in on him.
I think it took it off the bat and then the hand.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Barrico, the runner, at third.
You remember that as a kid, you would maybe even wiffle ball hand as part of the bat?
Yes.
Not true. If you hit your hands, you walk. It's a hit batter.
Just misses outside. Took a little bit off. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kind of a big pitch coming up here early in the game. And here's the 3-2. Betley to Clint. Fouled off. Good job by Clint. That was a really tough, well-placed pitch, and Clint knew there was nothing he could do with it, so he just got a piece and fouled it off.
Fouled it off, some late movement on it, breaking in. When Brooks is on, that's what you see, is that inside movement on the fastball.
Another 3-2 coming up. And
pitch.
Another foul ball. So he is definitely working the inside part of the plate on Clint, especially after that foul ball a few moments ago. Another 3-2 pitch forthcoming. And another foul ball forthgoing.
You change it up here? Oh, did I miss something? Yeah.
Yeah, I said never mind.
Okay. Sorry. I was I was thinking, something intelligent to say, which is, do you think he should go back to that pitch or maybe mix it up here?
It's hard to say with a 3-2 count. I think you go with what you believe in, and that was the fastball. Then it went high. So second walk of the inning, and here is Gavin Jones.
Now batting, designated hitter number 12, Gavin Jones.
Don't know much about what kind of speed Clint has, so I don't know if he'll be going to try to draw a throw down to second. Allen obviously has seen that many times before and has their own little trick plays to cut that down.
A little toss over there this time.
Just
let him know he's there.
Yep.
I'm here. I know you're there.
Absolutely. Gavin Jones, a big boy, and the first pitch sails inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Colin Tran is the catcher. He is on deck.
So Brooks definitely has that inward movement, but he hasn't located quite yet. And here comes Tanksley.
Yeah, they're going to have a little chat. And we've seen, as I said, many times where Brooks may get into some trouble. He gets out of it, and then he's, again, almost unhittable.
Yep. I think you made this point the last time he pitched, that this is common at all levels. You have somebody who comes in, struggles in the first inning. If you don't get to them early, watch out, because they get better and better and stronger as the game goes on.
I can't tell you how many times, even at the major league level, I've seen the Cubs either not score, maybe score a couple, and they got the bases loaded and 1 out or nobody out. And I just sat there going, that's it. We're not going to score the rest of the game.
Yeah. And if you're Plano West, you want to take advantage of this situation early. First and third, 2
That's
out.
Right.
You want to get at least 1 in here.
1-0 count on Gavin Jones and the pitch. That's a called strike. Good fastball. Might have been the best fastball he's thrown tonight.
Agreed. Whatever Coach Tanksley said.
I think he said throw it over the plate. 1-1. And that is a called strike on the outside corner. Is it fair to say that was the best pitch he's thrown tonight?
Up in the zone, right at the top of the zone. Those are the hardest ones for a hitter.
Somebody came and said we were too.
Runners at first and third, 2 outs.
Okay.
The pitch to Jones, outside. Tried to go back there, but missed by a little bit. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now that one had a little break the other way. That was not his normal cut fastball that he usually throws in.
2-2 pitch. Outside, and we're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 20 pitches already for Brooks. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Tied him up a little bit on the inside part of the plate, and Jones goes down swinging. Couple of walks, couple of base runners, but no runs. We go to the bottom of the first. It is scoreless.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
So we're going to do 4 rounds.
Kyle Tanksley, Jaden Wilson, and Shea Young due up here in the bottom of the first inning against Caden Hodges. And as I mentioned, we saw Hodges last year. This is not a kid that's going to strike a lot of people out. He doesn't have overpowering stuff, but what he does have, Ed, is a lot of movement on his pitches.
A lot of movement and the same window for every pitch. So you'll watch his arm motion, and it's coming from the same spot, except it goes different ways as it approaches the batter.
They have a little meeting around Hodges on the mound.
Leading off the bottom of the first for your Allen Eagles.
And here is Kyle Tanksley.
Number 5, Kyle.
Almost got to count that shutdown by Bentley as a win. I mean, they
Absolutely.
did not score a run, so advantage Allen.
And the first pitch is popped up. Will it stay in the field? And it does. And the catch is made by the catcher, Colin Tran. That was a very difficult play.
A lot of that wind kicking out and right against the screen. Really hard to make sure that you got it certain, but that was, and especially with the catcher's mitt too. I don't remember, but the old-time catchers, like back in the 50s, they would catch that kind of box, basket style, because the gloves were so poor. Now with the gloves today, a little bit more pocket can go up.
So 1 up, 1 down. Here is Jaden Wilson. 2 stolen bases away from the Allen single-season record, and 3 away from tying the all-time career record that is currently held by some guy who may or may not play in the NFL.
Yeah, that guy.
Who may or may not have fallen out of a little favor with the Cardinals. But, oh well. 2 balls and no strikes. Hodges falls behind Wilson. I loved what Coach Wilson said about Jaden, about how his instincts are so good, and he confirmed something that I always thought, and that is Jaden is one of those guys that he doesn't need a sign from his coaching staff. He's got the green light whenever he wants it.
Yeah, and I think exactly correct. It's instinct. He just knows when to go.
Oh, he popped up.
And the pitch fouled back again. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I also like Coach's point, obvious, but still important. In order to have the stolen base record, it means you also have to get on base in the first place.
Yep. And that's the thing. I mean, this kid hitting well over 300, and he gets on base with the best of them as that one misses inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's that pitch. It starts like it's coming at you, but it breaks an awful lot, and it just locks those right-handed hitters up.
The 3-2, grounded to short. DeMarcus Jr.'s got it,
Not gonna get him.
And he doesn't get him.
Infield single for number 4.
And there was absolutely nothing that Jr. did wrong. It was just the pure speed of Jaden Wilson.
I think he's stayed back on it a little bit more for my taste. Probably should have known that Jason Wilson has some speed and maybe charged him just a tad more. I mean, he didn't wait for it to get to him, but he didn't come charging in either.
I'm clearly a much nicer guy than you are.
I'm tough, I admit it.
So here is Shea Young. And let's see, with a right-hander pitching, if Jaden is on the move immediately. Well, they think so, and the throw is fairly close, but he got back.
First baseman came off the bag a lot, almost a full step, and he had to reach back for the tag. I don't know if it was just that bad throw, but what you want to do is you want to kind of keep your glove closer.
And they check on him again. Again, this is more than just letting him know you're there.
Yeah.
They're trying to pick him off, but Jaden, with those instincts, can read it very well. And the pitch lifted into medium deep right field, and unable to make the play is Jesus Rojas. He misjudged it. On his way to third is Wilson, and standing at first is Shea Young.
For number 9, Shea Young.
The moment that left the bat, you knew it was going to be trouble for Rojas.
You could see he was kind of dancing around in there. I don't know whether he lost it in the lights, which is very possible that was low enough, or maybe just the wind kicked in at the right time. But that was eminently catchable.
Yeah, it really was, but I do think it carried a little bit because, like I said, at first it was a medium, deep fly ball, and then he started drifting back toward the warning track.
Yeah, but from the very outset, you can see that he took a couple stutter steps from the very beginning. Now, here's Allen wants to score here.
Caden Hodges in some trouble, and he misses outside to Chandler Hart. Hart played a big role in that 8-0 win, coming up with a couple of key hits. Fouls it almost straight back.
Right off the pole there. Did you hear that?
I did.
B flat, I think.
Not the light pole, though.
Yeah, not the light pole like the other night.
No, not the
that
light
will
pole.
not happen again. I'm just telling you.
We just had that, but we have once.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Go ahead.
Just misses. 2-1.
So far, it looks like Allen is doing a better job this year of laying off the pitches outside the zone.
I agree with you. Very disciplined team. And that is fouled back, and Chandler's kicking himself. He thought he should have done a lot with that pitch.
Yep.
All right, well, if you are Hodges, you need a strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2-2. You got a good hitter at the plate. What do you do? We're about to find out. The 2-2.
Well
Laced
struck.
into center field. Coming in and diving to make the play is the center fielder.
And it's going to be a double play.
It's going to be a double play as
Run scores, though.
the run does score, but Shea Young was already down to second base. Chandler Hart was at first. He thought he was going to have an extra base hit at least, and it turns out to be a terrific catch by Gildia. However, Allen does get on the board, and they lead it after 1-0.
Hill, 137.
Very interesting at the end of that inning, between innings, when the head coach of Plano West came out. He was a little bit unhappy talking with the umpires because he felt that Wilson may have left third base too soon, and you can understand why he might feel that way. Now, I wasn't watching Jaden, and when he left, I was watching the play by the center fielder, but everybody thought that ball was gonna find its way almost to the wall practically, and so you could understand why Wilson may have gotten a quick start.
I was watching him. He did take a couple of steps in, but he did go back to the base. I don't recall seeing him put his foot back on the base, and maybe that's what the coach was arguing, that he never made it all the way back to third base. And then he also, of course, has to then appeal it, which is weird because the third out was made at first base. But if you don't want the run to score, you now have to appeal the play at third and make that the third out of the inning, even though you've already gotten the third out at first. So a little confusing there.
Well, in all honesty, I got to say, Plano West had a much better view of Jaden Wilson leaving third than Allen did. They were right there. Colin Tran is the first hitter here in the top of the second inning against Brooks Betley. Tran in front, 1 ball, no strikes, and now it's even, 1-1. Allen with the early 1-0 lead, and the pitch. That's a good fastball outside corner, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him. Second straight strikeout for Brooks, second overall.
Now batting, starting left fielder,
I will say this
number 8,
also about Plano
Will
West. Good recognition on their part. You saw guys jumping up and down all over the place, telling them to make that throw to first.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Will Hingson, left-handed hitter. First pitch swinging, fouls it out of play.
Yeah. Can I say, looking into the crowd here, that Plano West travels a lot better than Princeton?
Yeah, but in all fairness, come on. Plano West a lot closer. Well, you know, Oklahoma City's a lot closer than Princeton. And that one is fisted right back to Betley. He's got it, and there's 2 down. What does that remind you of?
Not quite the pirouette that Caden Muscat had to make in the 5th inning on Tuesday, or 4th inning. And that's the thing that really got him going, as you recall. He had that great play, and then I think laid down 4 in a row.
Yep. And he admitted that he really seriously considered just running it to first base himself.
Oh, on the end?
Yeah.
The end of the game, yes. I thought you meant the one earlier.
No.
Okay.
You can't pirouette and make the play yourself. Jesus Reyes looks at strike 1. Did he go? They appeal, no swing. Has not been a great night. We're early, but for Jesus Reyes, misplayed that ball in right field, ultimately leading to a run. Slaps it foul. Boy, Brooks Betley is, if these were wooden bats, there'd be some broken bats tonight because he is just coming inside consistently.
I would say 3 or 4 already, and one batter would have lost 2.
Yeah. And that is popped up into medium depth left field. Caden Muscat toward the foul line. He makes the catch. And the Wind played some games with that one as well, but Muscat was there to make the grab. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Allen. Ryan Blessing comes to the plate for Allen, leading off the bottom of the second inning. Interesting.
I can honestly say that while I would come up and correct if I was at home.
Yep. I see where you're going.
I would not.
Yeah, we just had a gentleman from Plano West, very good intentioned gentleman who just wanted to explain that the pitch count was off by one or two.
Now corrected expertly by Ian.
Absolutely. 1-1 pitch, misses. 2 balls and a strike. Carson O'Neill and Caden Muscat coming up to the plate here in the second. 1-0 Allen. And that just misses. He's trying to paint the corners, and he's just missing.
And again, credit Allen for laying off. This is what they did not do against Hodges last year. They went fishing a lot more.
And that is a good pitch on the outside corner. That's where he wanted to put the last one. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled away. That's something else that I think we've seen a lot more of this year. Guys fighting off 2-strike pitches.
Yes, for sure. Much, much better at that.
It takes about 25 seconds, and that's what if that makes sense.
So here's another 3-2 pitch to Blessing.
Yep.
Did he go?
Oh, yeah.
He did. And just when we said they don't go chasing, he chased. But that is the exception to the rule. And there's one down here in the bottom of the second. And here is Carson O'Neill. Carson didn't have his best offensive night against Princeton, but I think he still gave a ball a pretty good ride in that game. First pitch, low and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yes. But he's not next. Kate is. Muscat's next.
And the 1-0 pitch coming to O'Neill. Down low, 2-0. Yeah, what Hodges does not want to do here is what happened in the first inning when he retired Tanksley on the very first pitch on a pop-up.
Yep.
And then gave up an infield hit, and then the play that was the ball that was misplayed in right, and then the double play that still scored the only run. So already it's been a little bizarre tonight.
It has been. Plano West defense not quite as crisp.
Misses low, 3-0. Here's the thing, if that pitch is right over the plate, maybe you try to swing, especially when you're a power guy. But on the outside part of the plate, all you're going to do is foul it off. That's in for a strike, 3-1. Caden Muscat waiting on deck.
I can't recall an Allen hitter ever swinging a 3-0.
And that is a strike. So Hodges trying to come back in the count after being down 3-0 to Carson O'Neill. 3-2. Lifted. It's going to stay well in the park. This one is caught near the foul line by the left fielder Hinkson. And there's 2 down. Got way too under that one.
Yeah, yep.
Now batting, starting left fielder
That's
number
the swing,
12,
though.
Yep.
Caden Muscat.
Well, credit Hodges for coming back. Down 3-0, that could have been a tricky situation, but to his credit, he was able to fight back and retire O'Neill, and here is Muscat.
It's the movement that's keeping the Allen hitters off balance.
Which is pretty much what happened last year.
Yep.
I asked a couple of the coaches and a couple of his teammates if Caden is still on cloud 9, and they said he's come down.
Okay.
Yep.
After the no-no.
Yep. 2 balls, no strikes. We also told him that even if he went 4 for 4 tonight, he is not going to be our player of the game. We just can't do it 3 days in a row. I think he's okay with that.
I think he wants his teammates to get a little exposure as well.
Yeah. However, I did warn Jaden that if he gets the all-time career record for stolen bases, he very well will likely be our player of the game. Unless by some chance, and it can happen, they lose.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened in a while, but can happen. 3-0. In for a strike, and Hodges trying to battle back again after falling behind 3-0.
I've seen this movie before.
Yep. And that's laced into right field. Base hit for Caden Muscat. He's a quarter of the way from being turned down to be our player of the game, whether he deserves it or not.
For number 12, Caden Muscat.
Now, what if he hits for the cycle?
Now batting, Designated hitter number 25, Isaac Palmar.
Can you imagine that? A no-no followed by hitting for the cycle?
I don't know. Strange things are happening with this Allen team. This could be a bit of a magical year. Isaac Palmar at the plate. Throw over to first.
Hayden Denny's next.
And the pitch. Whoa, I don't know where that missed, but it did. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden takes the lead off of first. And the pitch to Palmar sails outside 2-0.
The other thing that Hodges is really good at doing is varying his coming to home plate. You'll see he'll sometimes come quick, sometimes he stays set for a little bit longer, and that's what's throwing the base runners off, makes it difficult to steal.
That's true, but if you can't find the plate, none of it matters. Nope. And he has lost the plate again, 3 balls and no strikes. This is living dangerously against any lineup, let alone Allen's. And
they're going to have a little powwow.
Yeah, they're going to have a little conversation. Hayden Denny is on deck.
He's a little disappointed in himself, tossing the ball into his mitt a couple times.
Well, I think everybody out there knows this is the biggest game of the season so far for both teams. And, you know, I'm sure Plano West expects Hodges to keep his club in the game. And they probably will stay in the game. But walking guys that's how you put up crooked numbers on the board.
Well, even if he, walks, has another walk here, and it's number of pitches that he's throwing too. And he had 2 quick outs, and now he's potentially put 2 runners on base. Now you got to pitch in a competitive pressure situation. It's stressful.
This will be his 35th pitch, and it is a strike, 3-1. Two outs, the pitch. Inside corner. That was a good pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think Palmar gave up on that one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Over to first. Muscat back. There he goes. And it is popped foul. Out of play. All the little kids here tonight.
ASA game. Making the run, but they have to give the ball back.
I know. They probably don't realize that when they're racing for the ball, and then the hard truth of life comes down on them. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he comes back to get Palmar. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hodges. Does give up a hit as we head to the top of the third. 1-0 Eagles.
Good. Very good.
Leading off for Plano West in the top of the third inning will be DeMarcus Jr. And no, he's not like a junior like he has the same name. That is his last name,
Yes.
Junior. Don't know that I've come across that before.
I agree.
Yeah. By the way, we are remiss in mentioning that Allen legend and former Major League pitcher for the Rangers and Dodgers, Sean Tollison, threw out the first pitch tonight. Had a chance to meet him briefly. Terrific guy. And I think it is incredible that this sports program, not just baseball program, but sports program, how many people that played here that go on to have, professional careers come back here.
Yep, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Cairo usually makes it to one game, usually late in the season, so he will sit in the bullpen and be well protected.
Whatever. I mean, come on. Be with the people. No balls and a strike to DeMarcus Jr. Bentley's pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sean Tollison over on the wall of fame there, down the left field line. Should have gotten some B-roll.
Yeah.
Show the folks. Whoa.
Just a little bit out of the zone. I started to go there, and I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
And it's so cliched, and I pulled it back a little bit.
That was good. You caught yourself. Made the adjustment.
2 balls and a strike. I can also confirm that it is Ty Gildia who's in the on-deck circle, so their first baseman, Jackson Wade, is not in fact hitting. And
good.
Again, I don't think I've ever heard of a first baseman not hitting. Usually they're, if not your best hitter, one of your best hitters, but
could be injured where he can't swing a bat but can play the field. That's
very
possible.
True. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Junior fooled on a breaking ball. And that is the 3rd strikeout for Bentley. And here is Ty Gildia.
Now batting number 6, center fielder Ty Gilday.
I said Gildy.
So I asked the coach, you told me that, he said it's Gilday. That's what he told me, and that's how I wrote it down. So
I think I probably got it wrong. I think Ian's right. Well, I know Ian's right. Anyway.
It never happens.
And we're having, by the way, we're having some technical difficulties with the camera. It seems to have lost focus behind home plate there.
Well, I think I lost focus too.
Yeah, that is beyond our control.
0-1 count to Gilday, and he looks at that pitch, and it finds the outside corner. Not pleased with that call.
Switch on over to the first base camera. Hopefully that'll correct itself. I'll send a message in between innings, see if something can be done about it.
Up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So is it true that that's Ian's daughter?
It is.
Helping out tonight in the booth? How's that working out for you? I don't mean tonight, I mean being his daughter. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 down.
He's a pretty cool dad.
I could see that. I really could. And I could see where being Ian's daughter is not a bad gig.
Hodges.
Here is Carson Hodges with 2 down. And that one is chopped to second. Tough play for Denny. He's got it. The throw in time. And Denny is pumped up. A 1-2-3 inning for Brooks Bentley. We go to the bottom of the third. It remains 1-0 Allen. People bringing their little kids over to the booth, but not our side of the booth.
Leading off the bottom of
Smart.
the third inning.
I'm a little hurt, actually.
That's probably smart. So we do apologize. The camera behind the backstop is completely out of focus. I have sent a message in to the technical team, see if we can get that rectified, but we're going to have to show you this from the first base camera, and since you have the expert, Michael, he'll describe the action for you.
Especially if the ball's hit toward right field.
Yeah.
Or the right side of the infield.
Sorry.
No balls and a strike to Hayden Denny, who ended the top of the inning with a terrific play.
Only got in trouble once.
Sorry.
And the pitch up high, 1-1. Would it be wrong of me to mention that Plano West doesn't have a hit yet?
Yes. It's too early.
All right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But think about it. I can't recall the game before last. Well, yeah, Princeton didn't score in that game either.
Right.
But I don't recall when they got their last hit in that game.
Oh, was that Alvarado? Or Alvarado?
Yeah, that's right. Swing and a miss, and Denny goes down swinging.
All right, hit it.
Third strikeout for Hodges. But if you think about it,
Batting shortstop number 5.
I mean, at least I would say probably about 14 consecutive hitless innings.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Amazing. That is outstanding.
And this one is hit to second. Coming on to make the play is Abraham Perez. And Tanksley is down on, or grounds out to second. Second time that he swung at the first pitch.
Don't get a lot of time with Kyle. He likes
Yep.
to go. He likes to take his
Now
hats.
batting center fielder number 4, Jaden Wilson.
All right, here is Jaden Wilson. Want to see a little 2-out bunt action?
Third baseman playing way back.
Yep.
Can see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's playing back, and if he puts down a decent bunt that doesn't go right back to the pitcher.
Yep.
But didn't look like he was thinking about that. Swing and a miss, big swing. And again, I overheard Ian say, these headphones aren't strong enough, and I still hear him talk.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him say with Shea Young on deck that you're not going to see Wilson bunting. Popped foul, out of play, and does not hit the bleachers. We've had 3 that came close, but none of them have hit the bleachers.
Yeah. Let the kids go a scurrying.
That sounded like, I don't know, that sounded like somebody from like 1910. And that is fisted into foul territory. Is it going to stay in play? No, it's not. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I mentioned, Shea Young waiting on deck if Wilson can reach. And I'll tell you something that may surprise you. Hodges has retired 6 of the last 7 Eagles he's faced. Another foul ball. Now
do a good job of spoiling those pitches.
Yep. And it drives up the pitch count. He's at 48 pitches.
Had 2 quick outs on I think 3 pitches, and now he's thrown as many and more.
And that is slapped down into left field, but well foul. He was just a bit early on that. Now, I have now memorized, I believe, your 15 pitches per inning thing that you like.
Okay. Yep.
So am I correct that he would be 4 over?
He is 4 over. Right?
Wow.
Correct.
I have never been so proud of myself.
And of course, Bentley needs a 3-pitch inning to stay on track.
That's right. And the 1-2. And that's lifted into shallow right field. And this time coming on is Rojas, and he gloves it for the third out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Allen, and a good job by Hodges. We go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Allen.
No. Hey, Ed.
Ed, as you know, this delightful little ditty is the chicken dance.
Yep.
And of which I'm, not a huge fan, but my wife and I, before we go to bed, before she goes to bed, I go to bed considerably later than she does, but we have a wonderful tradition where we watch videos. I think I've mentioned this before on YouTube. We'll watch a lot of music countdowns, and one of our favorite channels always includes songs that were big in Britain and a couple other European. I have heard that song done in like 3 or 4 different languages. I've heard it done in German, I think French, and it wasn't great in any language. Abraham Perez leading things off. And that missed barely.
I'm going to go with probably originally German, would be my guess.
I think you're right, and yeah. I have no words. Just in there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, if you watch videos like that, you are going to see some very strange stuff that was huge in the UK and huge in Germany. In the UK, they love to sing these really silly songs. That is chopped to Denny. He charges, has plenty of time. 1 down. Back-to-back putouts for Hayden Denny at second. And what you loved about that is he knew he had time. Perez has a little bit of speed, but that ball got to Denny in a way where his charging allowed him to have that time. Here is Hamilton Clint.
All right, we got word that there's maybe a technical solution for the backstop camera, but I am going to have to make a phone call in between innings. So.
All right. By the way, the worst song that I've ever heard that was big in England was from Little Jimmy Osmond, from the Osmond Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Long-haired something from Liverpool or what? Long-haired laddie from, I don't know. Just
not good.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Cross that one off the
I've
list.
thrown things at the TV when that comes on.
Gotta get you some glasses for that.
Misses outside, 1-2. There's also a guy named Abraham something who did a song in German with the Smurfs. Blue Smurfs.
Are there any other kind?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know that much about the Smurfs. Just missed high, 3-1. Gavin Jones on deck. Clint walked his first time up. And the 3-1 is grounded to Denny. He charges. and easily throws to Chandler Hart. 2 down, 3 straight putouts by Hayden Denny. He was kind of relaxed through the first 3 innings, and then all of a sudden, the ball's finding him.
4-3, 4-3, 4-3.
But that is what will happen when you got a guy that's got that inside motion.
Yep.
Guys are going to swing thinking it's going to be right there for them, and then it ends up going off the inner part of their bat, and they squib one to second. Here is Gavin Jones. Jones struck out his first time up. That was pleasant. And the pitch. And that is chopped. Young charges. Makes the throw. Got him. That was a bang play. And Plano West is not pleased right now with that call at first. But nothing they can do. Terrific play by Young. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning, it remains 1-0. Good ball game here. Good pitchers duel between Betley and Hodges. Hodges with 50 pitches. Betley with 52 pitches. And here is Shea Young. Young followed, of course, by Hart and Blessing. 3 hits in the ball game so far for Allen. Swing and a miss. No hits so far in the game for Plano West. Young singled his first time up. That was the ball that was hit to Rojas in right, and he misplayed it. But it dropped without touching his gloves, so that is a base hit. If you're wondering where my partner is, he is trying to figure out the center field camera situation, so it may only be me for this half inning. I'm sorry. Popped sky high behind the plate, and there we go. Lands on the bleachers, and very smart of that gentleman not to try to catch it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Turned into a very nice evening here in Allen. Still a little bit humid, but perfect temps. Good night for baseball, and this has been good baseball so far. One ball, 2 strikes to Shea Young. Just got a piece, fouls it back. He had to fight that one a little bit. Understand that his brother Caden had a couple of more big hits for Fordham recently. He seems to be doing pretty well. Couldn't happen to a nicer kid. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Outside, 2-2. Hodges stares in at his catcher Tran. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have been out of the zone a bit. And just like that, Shea Young is the first out of the inning. And again, you want to give credit where credit's due.
First baseman, number 26.
That is 8 of the last 9 retired by Hodges. And this game is very reminiscent of the 2 games from last year. Both one-run games, low scoring. Good fastball in for a strike. He looks in at Hart. Big swing fouled back. And I would actually make the argument that this game might be a little bit bigger for Allen than it is for Plano West based on the schedule. Allen's schedule is going to get a little bit tougher than it was before, where Plano West is kind of going into that part of their schedule where they're going to be facing some teams at the bottom of the district. However, they do have 2 losses in district so far, but they came right at the beginning of district play. Allen, of course, unbeaten in district play. The 0-2 to Hart. Again fouled off.
So he couldn't do anything.
Ryan Blessing on deck.
So he's gone to the swings back and trying to foul it off instead.
And the 0-2, here it is. And that's lifted towards center field. And Gilday dives and makes the grab. Ty Gilday with just a sparkling diving catch in center field. They have made a couple of spectacular defensive plays, Plano West has tonight.
Now batting, catcher number 3, Ryan Blessing.
One by their left fielder, Will Hinkson, and then Gilday just made one there. Here is Ryan Blessing. And Hodges pitch. Just misses. 1 ball, no strikes. I'll also make mention of something where I do give Hodges credit for doing this. He went right after Chandler. There were no waste pitches there. Hit foul toward the dugout. Not sure if it got into the dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Fouled away. Hodges getting a lot of foul balls, and I think that is indicative of the movement he has on his pitches, like Ed mentioned earlier. He's not overpowering, but he keeps hitters off balance. It's hard to square up the baseball. The 1-2. And that one almost got a piece of Carson O'Neill, and he had to duck out of the way of that one.
6'7's a large target.
Yeah, when you're 6'7", you're an easy target. But fortunately, it missed him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. And the count evens at 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Lifted again toward right field. Rojas coming on. And he makes the grab. Another really good defensive play. That one might have been made necessary by him again misplaying the baseball just a little bit, but nevertheless, he comes up with it. A 1-2-3 innings for Hodges, and we go to the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 in favor of Allen. Top of the fifth inning already. 1-0. Allen with the lead.
Leading off the top of the
They scored that run back in the first inning, and they did it on a very controversial play. It was a double play, great play by the center fielder, and I think Plano West really thought that Jaden Wilson had left third base early. Wilson ended up scoring before the second out was recorded at first base, so the run counted. Plano West didn't agree with it, but that is in the rearview mirror. Here is Colin Tran, and Tran is ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. He struck out his first time up. Will Hinkson, Jesus Reyes due up. And now Bentley falls behind 3-0 as he paws at the dirt. He's walked 2 tonight, and that's in for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Kind of get the impression that both of these teams are pretty disciplined at the plate. Swing and a miss. And I think that time Tran was just a little bit late. You haven't seen a lot of going out of the zone. We've seen it a few times, but we don't see a lot going fishing at balls out of the strike zone. And that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Tran is very angry. He thought that ball missed, and you very rarely see at this level a hitter react the way that he did.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Will Hinkson.
And what was a little dangerous is that for a second he was pointing his bat. Now it was the barrel of the bat, but he was pointing it at the umpire. I don't think he was going to do anything with it, but he was pointing to show his displeasure. Hinkson fouls that one out of play. Yeah, he was furious.
What do you say?
Reyes on deck. Misses a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled right back to the screen. 1-2 for Brooks Bentley, who is up to 60 pitches on the night. So he is well under par, according to Ed's system. Down low, 2-2. Again, if you're just joining us, Ed was with us, will be with us again, but he is working on a technical issue involving the camera behind home plate that really does show you most of the field. And so understand we're a little bit limited in what we can show you, but we're working on it. And that is popped up in the infield. Let's see who comes on actually in foul territory. It's Shea Young to make the grab. Two up, 2 down for Bentley. And folks, I'll take the responsibility if I jinx it. But what you're watching right now, this isn't typical. This is absolutely special. This is a team that unofficially has gone like 16 or 17 innings without giving up a hit. And that streak is likely to continue in foul territory. Blessing is there. He's got it. We are done with 4.5. Could lightning strike twice? We go to the bottom of the inning, 1-0 Allen. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Carson O'Neill, Caden Muscat, Isaac Palmar.
Right fielder number 10, Carson O'Neill.
You don't look happy, Ed, upon your return.
No, they're trying to remotely reset it, and it's not seem bouncing back. So we're just going to have to stick with this first base camera for you.
All right.
Not ideal.
Hodges pitches, grounded into left field for a base hit. Carson O'Neill with the 4th hit of the game for Allen. The leadoff man is on, and here comes Caden Muscat. I got a question for you.
Okay.
It's a hypothetical right now.
Okay.
Could it be possible that we have the same 2 pitchers on for the first 4 home games that we do a player of the game?
It is very possible. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in that 14-inning game that we decided not to do the post game because it was like midnight.
Yeah.
Didn't Caden Muscat drive in the winning run?
I think he did. Oh boy, here is Muscat. Carson O'Neill takes the lead off of first. And that one gets away from the catcher, Tran. Down to second goes Carson. Runner in scoring position. And the way things have gone with Allen pitching, a 2-run lead almost seems like insurmountable.
It's like a soccer match.
Yeah, seriously. Never got a big kick out of soccer.
I see what you did there.
I know people that absolutely revere the game. It's a beautiful game, and they love it. And World Cup coming up, and I don't know. I appreciate the athleticism, and some of the shots are amazing, but just never something I got into. But Muscat gets into a good bunt, and it's a sac bunt. O'Neill moves to third with 1 out.
Kid does everything.
He really does. And I don't know, I haven't talked with him what Caden's going to do at the next level. If he, if he's going to play baseball at the next level, you may know more than I do. But he is just the epitome of what a ball player should be.
What do they call him? A grinder.
Yep. And Isaac Palmar with a golden opportunity to drive in a big second run.
No, I'll take fast ball. Sorry.
1 ball, no strikes. And that is hit through the shortstop who was in, trying to cut down the run at the plate. We're going to give him a base hit. That ball was smoked by Palmar. O'Neill scores. It's 2-0.
I agree. That was smoked.
And that is an absolutely humongous second run.
Now batting, second baseman number 17, Hayden Denny.
Now, do you bunt here to get a base, but a second out? I think no, but
yeah, I'm not feeling it. And they're not doing it.
Nope.
Misses outside. We'll keep an eye on Isaac to see if he's got any designs.
just looks like he's a little bit more wild this inning.
Yeah, I think he might be getting a little tired. And that one gets away from Tran, and it's a moot point. And taking a big turn. What are they going to say here? Okay, I thought there was some confusion.
No, he was just... That's an awful long throw to third base from way back there.
Yeah. He thought about it.
Yeah, he was thinking about it. It's like, why not? You got to make that long throw. I don't know if you... I mean, that's longer than throwing down to second base.
And the 2-0 is in for a called strike. He was almost halfway. And he just stood there.
Yeah.
Kind of saying, hey.
What are you going to do?
Want to try to get me? Come on. And the 2-1 pitch. Good pitch in there for a strike, but that is number 78, I believe, for Hodges. 2-2 misses, low and away, 3-2.
Yeah, when he's missing a lot more. I mean, and obviously 2 wild pitches in 1 inning.
Love to see that runner get over to third.
Here's a 3-2, fouled away by Hayden Denny.
Good spoiler.
Not often you see anybody in the Allen lineup with only 1 at bat into the 5th inning, but that's the case with Hayden. Only his 2nd at bat of the game, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Guys are getting 2nd at bats in the 2nd inning.
Yeah. And a good eye by Denny as he draws the walk. And now Allen's set up for more damage against a clearly tiring pitcher. And I give Hodges a heck of a lot of credit. He has been very impressive, but I think he's working maybe 1 cylinder short right now.
Yeah. So last game, Kyle Tanksley had a hit to shortstop that was ruled by them, and we gave him a hit, but it was ultimately ruled an error, breaking up an 11-game hitting streak.
Evil people.
And a 30-plus is at risk right now because he did get on base, ultimately got on base with reached on an error, but he also walked. 30-game plus.
That's right.
On base.
Oh, hit fair.
And that is hit well but foul.
So now that streak of getting on base is potentially at risk here because he may not get another at bat.
That's very true. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one is grounded foul.
He's happy it stayed foul.
Yep. Spent a little bit of time in fair territory, and then it decided, nope, I'm going to go foul. I don't want to be thrown across the diamond.
Got it. Yeah, I'm there.
You weren't making the connection.
No.
And here's the 0-2.
Whoa.
Again fouled back, and that was Kyle's pitch.
Yeah, you can tell away from his body language. He's like, yeah, should have had that one. I will say this, that the Allen bench has been a lot more vocal tonight.
Oh, yeah.
They were chirping before the game, both sides.
Yeah. Another foul ball. And this is what Hodges did. You weren't here for it. He did this against Chandler Hart where he shows no interest in wasting pitches. He just goes after a guy when he's ahead in the count 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
And that is strike 3 call. And Tanksley strikes out. Boy, you look at the scorecard, and that is so unusual for Kyle Tanksley. A pop-up, a ground out, and a strikeout.
One in the first inning was struck well, just got too much air underneath it.
All right, here's Jaden Wilson. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And, wow.
That one looked closer than the one that was striked to Kyle.
Yep. But it is ball 1. The 1-0. And that is hit well, but well foul again. Down the right field line. And it's 1-1.
You know, Allen just wants to break it open here. Although, I've got to think this might be Hodges' last inning. Well, this is going to be his 90th pitch.
Yeah. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Tell you what, he still has a little bit of stuff left.
No, he does.
The 1-2. How did that miss? I'm just being honest. That's a pitch that I've seen called a strike all night long.
Yeah. There were 9 blue shirts walking off the field.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he gets Wilson. So Hodges, whether his night's over or not, has been terrific. But he still finds himself down on the scoreboard, 2-0 Allen, as we head to the top of the 6th.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
All right, things getting a little bit interesting as we head into the 6th inning. And you weren't here when I mentioned it, but I'm not going to sit here and take for granted what we're seeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is unheard of.
And I had a really good idea.
No wonder you weren't listening.
I was not listening because I got us back, sort of, because this is my iPhone.
Leading off the top of the 6th.
Not the best, but
still
better than just seeing it from first base. So, all right. Sorry, you were saying.
I was saying that what we're watching right now is special.
Yes, this is fun.
This doesn't happen, and it's happening right now. Let's hope it continues to happen, as DeMarcus Jr. wanted to break up the no-no with a bunt. Truth of the matter is, I'm sure that some people, if that had been a good bunt and he had beaten it out, would have been very annoyed by it. But it's a 2-0 game.
No, you got to get guys on base any way you can. And I never bought into that anyway.
Yeah, this really isn't about trying to get a hit. It's about getting runners on base and try to get something going. Swing and a miss. He was late.
You know, if it's 7-0 and you're bunting to break up a no-no, even then it's you got to continue to compete.
That's right. And the 0-2. And that is chopped over the mound. This is going to be a very tough play. And he got him! And once again, the Plano West coaches are really upset. Look, we can't really see it. We don't have the best angle, but I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he had the hit. I thought he beat it.
On both of them. But
yeah,
that's from up here. You down there might be a different story, and we don't have replay in high school, so that's a hell. Yeah, it is. Ian makes a great point. That's still a great play by Tanksley.
Absolutely.
And
all right.
Smart for Denny to back off and let him take it, because there's no way Denny's making that throw.
Here is Ty Gilday. Almost hit him. The Plano West fans, this is about as agitated as I've seen visiting fans here at Allen. They are not happy, and truth be told, I think they've got reason to be a little bit dissatisfied. Lifted toward right field. O'Neal cannot make the play as it goes over the fence. But the count evens up at 1.
Yeah, I mean, either way, both of those plays could have gone the other way, and you understand why they're upset. So
you also wonder sometimes if the umpires, they're human beings, whether they get affected a little bit about what goes on. Swing and a miss, 1-2. But in my opinion, again, we're just saying what we see. Junior was past first base when that ball arrived. And that is lofted foul. One ball, two strikes, one out. Top of the sixth inning. I'm overhearing some conversations, some murmurs from the Plano West fans, and one of them just said every close call's gone against us.
Yep.
Not sure he's wrong.
Yep.
And that is in there for a called strike three.
That was a good pitch.
Gilday strikes out for the second time, and here is Kaysen Hodges.
Kaysen Hodges.
Be kind of interesting if the opposing pitcher was the one to break through. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Up high for a ball. Only 72 pitches for Betley. Very reminiscent of Muscat a couple nights ago. That's hit well to center field, but Wilson's got a beat on it, and he makes the catch. That was the hardest hit ball by Plano West tonight, but it is still an out. Here we go again. We go to the bottom of the sixth, 2-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Shea Young will lead things off in the bottom of the sixth inning. Going to ask you the same question tonight that I asked you in the bottom of the sixth a couple nights ago. The only difference is Caden was hitting, Brooks isn't. I know it's only a 2-run lead, but how much do you just want to get back out there?
Yeah, let's go.
Even Caden kind of admitted that he was hoping to get back out there pretty quickly. Shea Young hits one just foul.
Although, there's a big difference between an 8-0 lead
Very true.
and a 2-0 lead. So he may be thinking, to win the game, let's get a couple more. No action in the Allen bullpen either, so.
That's into left field. That's a base hit. Shea Young's second hit of the day. And the second straight inning that Allen's had a leadoff single.
And I think we're going to have a pinch runner for Shea Young.
How about that?
I'm going to say Langston.
Yeah, that looks like Langston Mosley, the pinch runner at second. Number 2.
At first.
All right,
we hope he gets to second.
I did it again.
Well, you're just anticipating. I like where you're,
I looked into the crystal ball and I saw that eventually he'll be at second.
All right, now this is the second visit to the mound. The first one was in the first inning. But either way, next time he's got to come out.
Yeah, no indication that they're going to do that now, but they are taking quite a while. Makes you wonder if they're...
They got somebody up.
Yeah, they had somebody up that needed some time. Umpire comes out, and... oh, man. I can't read lips, and we're too far away to do it, but Colin Tran is still angry at the home plate umpire for calling strike 3 in his last at-bat. You weren't here for it.
Okay.
But it was a pitch that I think missed. I think most people thought missed. And it was about as angry as I've seen a high school baseball player. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it right after we see what Chandler does with this first pitch.
See, that's rough. You're the opposing catcher.
Yep. And the pitch is outside. Count evens at 1-1. So he was starting down to first base, and he still had his bat in his hand, and he jumped, turned around, and pointed the barrel of the bat at the umpire.
Wow.
I don't even know if he realized he did it.
He's lucky he's still in the game.
He was furious, as were the fans in front of us to our left. Fans literally in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Little girl was precious, though, so that's okay. And that's hit into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Mosley's going to stop at second. Good throw to the cutoff man, and first and second with nobody out.
I got to think he's getting tired now. His pitches definitely not moving as much as they were, and when he's missing big.
Still looking toward the dugout.
They've got somebody out. I don't know if they're ready, but
yeah. All right, here is Ryan Blessing, who's 0 for 2. I have to tell you a little story about Ryan. I went up to Ryan after... This is new news to you. You don't know this part yet.
Okay, new.
So I went up to Ryan after the Princeton game, after the no-hitter, and I asked if he was okay as he looks to bunt and fouls it off. You might remember that he took a foul ball that put him in some pretty significant pain.
Yes, I recall.
He was talking to somebody, I don't know who, family member, and I went up there. I asked him how he was doing, this and that. And I kind of thought, all right, I'm kind of overstaying my welcome here. So I went up to him after we did the pregame interview with Coach Wilson, as that pitch is up high, and said, hey, man, I apologize. You don't need me bugging you when you're talking to... And he said, no, man, I really like talking to you. You can talk to me anytime.
All right.
And my entire life at that point felt justified.
Wow.
The fact that I needed that from a high school catcher.
Sometimes we all need a little reassurance.
Yep. Two balls, 1 strike.
99 pitches.
Yep. And number 100 is
Great
flagged
play.
down by the second baseman, Perez. He goes to second for 1, and that was an outstanding play.
That saved a run.
I'll tell you what, that is about the 4th sparkling defensive play Plano West has made. That's what's keeping him in this ballgame.
Yeah.
We talk so much about teams, their defenses, and errors that allow runs to score. These guys know how to play defense.
All right, now Coach Wilson's asking something. I'm not quite sure what. When he's talking to the...
Let's go, Carcione.
Carson O'Neill is waiting outside the batter's box.
I have to remember to ask him about what this was because I'm not sure I saw anything. He looks a little heated as well.
Yeah, this isn't just a friendly little discussion.
No. Okay, so let's set the defense. First and third, 1 out. You have the multitude of first and third plays that could be on here. You play shortstop and second base, obviously going to be playing for the double play. Probably going to bring first baseman and third baseman
right
in.
Fielder, number 10.
Ed, can you tell me why there's nobody at first base? And why Langston Mosley's going back to second?
Okay, now what I'm thinking they did is they called him out for interference. So that's 2 outs.
Yeah, that would be 2 outs. Wow. But still an RBI opportunity for Carson, who singled his last time up.
So that's obviously what he was doing. I didn't realize that they had called him out. I'm very confused.
Well, regardless, I mean, that turns into an even more sparkling play by Perez at second. And pitch in there for a strike, number 102, for a guy that has been about as good as we've seen anybody on the mound against Allen this year.
Come on, Carson.
Kason Hodges is set. The pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Think that right arm of Hodges may spend some time with an ice bag or a bucket or something like that. That is lifted toward left field, and it is out of here. On the other side, a 2-run homer for Carson O'Neill. And there's the insurance. And now, Kason Hodges is needing to be held back from the home plate umpire. He is still, well, he was engaged in a conversation, but he was very angry.
And that's going to be all, either way.
How about that?
I'm surprised that the umpires let this get out of hand. I mean, if he was we have one player pointing at that, and then another player kind of in his face. Wow, more patience than I would have had.
Got to be honest, this has not been these two umpires' finest night.
No, it's been.
The home plate umpire has missed on both teams.
Yes, yeah,
missed obvious calls that turned into really big calls. And the field umpire as well has missed some calls. And when you got two good teams like this, you really want the umpiring to be top shelf.
I think that's number 5.
Now pitching, number 5, Sean Millimet. Now pitching, Sean Millimet.
Sean Millimet is the new pitcher.
Love is a burning thing.
All right, so do we have Carson and Brooks?
You're the senior partner here, so I'm going to leave this up to you. I think if it's a no-no.
Carson's the player of the game. He's 2 for 3 with a 2 RBI home.
I mean, I guess we can bring them both up. I guess we can bring them both up.
Carson's 2 for 3, 2-run homer that he just hit.
Well, let's not count our chickens. We got 3 more outs to go.
All right.
Out.
Boy, how harsh is it if the kid gives up a hit in the 7th and we're like, that's it, he's not our player of the game anymore?
Still, if he's the winning pitcher, you have 2. Take both of them.
Yeah. Like they do. They do a pitcher of the game, and they do an offensive player of the game.
Yeah.
Last time I did 2 and the pitcher.
There you go.
Why not?
I think they
There's no
both
rule.
deserve it. Yeah. Carson's had a big night, and obviously we know what's going on with Brooks.
Now, unlike Hodges, what's this guy's name you said?
Sean Millinet.
Milinek has some gas on his fastball.
Now batting, left fielder number 12, Caden Muscat.
So Muscat will hit against the new pitcher, Sean Millimet.
Oh, reset pitches. How do I do that?
Reset and then pitch count, I believe.
Ed helping Ian.
Yep.
First pitch is low and in. Did have some giddy up on it.
And we got 2 outs on a play we didn't understand.
Yeah.
This inning.
Again misses inside.
I'm guessing it was called for interference is what the likely call was.
Yeah, but how does this inning look like if he doesn't get called down on that?
Yeah.
But that's why you start to think that this could be a memorable season for these Eagles, because you have a play like that go against you. You're 1 out away from really threatening, and all of a sudden you're up 4-0. One swing of the bat by Carson O'Neill. That's in for a strike.
And once again, the streak of Allen hitters not offering at 3-0 pitches continues.
Yep. I'm sure it's happened once, maybe, or twice. By the way, Austin Mack was warming up Bentley earlier today, so
yeah,
that's flown out the window. Ball 4. Throws hard, but not accurately, at least to Muscat. And here is Isaac Palmar.
Now batting.
He had a big hit earlier, right?
Yes, he did.
Isaac.
Big RBI single back in the 5th inning. I think that Plano West, we're going to come into their place and find a very angry baseball team. And that's a called strike.
Took a little off that one.
And some of the Allen fans and maybe some of the players not happy with that call. There goes the runner, and it's fouled off. Caden got a pretty good jump.
Yeah.
I just feel like there is some tension in the air tonight.
Yeah, well.
You know, you said that these two teams were kind of chirping at each other before the game. I think they know what's at stake, obviously. And with what's going on tonight, there is definite tension. And unfortunately, tonight, the umpires have played a role in it. There goes Caden again, and this one skips away from the catcher Tran, so it's an easy stolen base for Muscat.
Now a chance to put up another one.
Palmar waits. Runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. I'd say that was the best pitch he's thrown, but that was only his 9th pitch.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Last chance time for Plano West. In more ways than one, we go to the top of the 7th. It's now 4-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Well, I don't think that Coach Wilson had said all he wanted to say to the field umpires. They continued their conversation between innings. Yep. But the good news is that his team is up 4-0. And Brooks Bentley is feeling something that Caden Muscat knows very well. It's a combination of excitement and anxiety and an absolute desperation to get these next 3 outs.
Brooks' last home start.
Little less pressure on him.
The last batter that broke up his last no-hitter. Remember? Right? That was the second last batter of the game.
Little less pressure on him since it's up. They're up by 4 now, but nonetheless, still wants to get
Leading
that.
off the bottom of the 7th. for the
No,
Plano
back-to-back,
West Bulls.
possibly.
Second baseman, number 17, Abraham.
Now, I'll say this, that Plano West's body language in the bottom of that inning was not good.
No.
You could tell how deflated they were after the home run. We'll see if they improve it at the plate. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Abraham Perez to lead things off against Bentley in a swing and a miss.
Well, he's going to have to do it against the meat here, huh?
Yep. Now the meat tonight is a combined 0 for 8. Good fastball, but it just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You've got 6 strikeouts.
And the 1-1. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the pitch count not a factor. Only 76 pitches thrown by Bentley. I don't even want to try to do the math on how far under par he is. Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 to Perez. And that is lifted toward right center field. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Carson O'Neill. And there's 1 down.
Got to beat on it quickly. Good play by Carson. Get over there, get under it.
Now batting, third
A lot of times you see outfielders take a kind of a lazy way to it, and they'll get there just as the ball is arriving. But Carson played that correctly. Get over, wait for the ball to come down. He's standing there.
And he took control early. There was absolutely no confusion between he and Jaden Wilson.
Yeah.
Here is Hamilton Clint. And that's a called strike, and that is why Hodges was so angry.
Yes.
Because he didn't get that call in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1.
Not going to get it that far outside.
Gavin Jones on deck. Right now, the spotlight on Hamilton Clint.
Oh.
And that is a base hit into right field. And there goes the no-no. Once again, a no-hitter goes away in the 7th inning.
6 1/3.
And again, I don't know, but I think unofficially that broke a streak of about 19 straight hitless innings.
Now batting, designated hitter number 12, Gavin Jones.
All right, now you get to see if Brooks gets a little deflated here. Nobody in the pen for Allen.
I think he's disappointed. I don't think it'll affect him that much. And the pitch to Gavin Jones. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I thought I was on the cusp of calling 2 straight.
Yeah. I'm sure nothing Brooks want more than a ground ball here to up the middle, turn 2, get in the dugout.
And the 0-1.
Good pitch.
0-2. Colin Tran waiting on deck. Good job by Blessing to keep that one from getting by.
By the way, Carson O'Neill's 5th home run on the year.
He is seeing the ball really well. And he gets around and pulls things with power. 1-2. And that's fouled away. Still
Defensive
1 ball,
swing
2
again,
strikes.
And as you recall, Carson hit one pretty well into the gap that just got a little too much air
Yep.
in the previous at bat. So he's clearly seeing the ball well, getting barrels.
I mean, you look at that average, and it was 278. It's obviously gone up a little bit tonight. But this kid is a really good hitter. They
He
don't
didn't get it that
get
time.
the call. Yep.
See, the problem is inconsistency, right? Because
That's, yeah.
it's if you're going to get it, give it, but you got to give it all the time to both teams.
And he's done it about 50% of the time.
Right, which is Hernandez-esque.
2-2. And that one is tapped off the glove of Bentley, and that's going to be the second hit of the game. Infield single. That was a very difficult play.
And
now first and second with one out, and here is Colin Tran.
And you've
Now
got
batting catcher,
the
number
tying
10,
run
Colin
on
Tran.
deck. So,
Yeah, I think right now you forget about all that other stuff and just close this thing out.
yeah. A little bit hard over a ground ball.
Yep. And the pitch to Tran. Ball one.
And if you're Plano West, you're just thinking, get it to the next guy, get it to the next guy. Keep the wheel moving. Still no activity.
One ball, no strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he was late. 1-1.
I mean, the first one was a legit hit. That second one was just a squib in the right spot.
Well, it would have hurt a lot more if that had been the first hit.
Yeah, that's true.
And the 1-1. That's called strike two.
He's got 2 strikes on both of them.
And Tran's feelings about the umpire have not improved dramatically.
No, but he almost swung at it, so therefore it had to be close, right? I mean,
That's right. 1-2 pitch. One out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, he gets him. This will be a night that Colin Tran would like to forget. He struck out 3 times. And
very bad body language here. He's chirping the whole way back.
yeah, he is. He's at it. Keller Kalk is the pinch hitter. Coming in to hit for Higson. I mean, I think one of the Plano West fans said, come on, be a hero, but even if he hit one out of the park, it's still 4-3.
That'd be a partial hero?
Not if you lose the game.
Pyrrhic hero?
Oh, man. And Kalk hits one to Chandler Hart. He's going to take it himself. That's the ball game. A 2-hit shutout for Brooks Bentley. It wasn't a no-no, but it was really, really good. Ed and I just having a small strategy conversation. You see what's going on for the most part. A big win for Allen as they come away 4-0 victors. A 91-pitch complete game 2-hitter for Brooks Bentley. And it may not have been a no-no, but that was an absolute pleasure to watch him work again tonight. Just as it was a pleasure to watch Carson O'Neill continue to just rip the baseball. I hope he fits if he's our player of the game, Carson. I hope he can duck down and get into the booth. But we will take a short break, and we'll come back with our player or players of the game. Stick with us. Again, the final score, Allen 4, Plano West 0. Well, you're in for a treat as we've got a couple of Allen Eagles heading up to the booth for the player of the game interviews. Who wants to go first? All right. Carson's going to go first. And I'm just glad you can fit in the booth, Carson.
Don't hit your head.
All right. Here is Carson O'Neill, who was the offensive hero tonight. And Carson, first of all, congratulations again. You love hitting those balls out of the park, left field. The way you can pull those pitches is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Talk a little bit about your thought process going up to the plate there. You obviously already had a hit. You had a base hit in your previous at-bat. And then you had that weird play happen where I guess interference was called, I know that Coach Wilson, and you were standing there for quite a long time. What are you thinking about when that's going on?
Just trying to stick to my approach, just hit the ball hard. He was pitching me outside, so I was looking to go the other way, obviously. But it got to 2 strikes, so I just had to protect. And I knew a curveball was coming because he just threw a fastball, and he liked to mix those pitches in like that. And, I just knew it was coming, and I saw it. He hung it a little bit, and I pulled that straight down the line.
It was one of the few mistakes he made. I mean, I would say that he pitched as well against you guys as almost anybody has, especially in district play. But I do want to ask you a little bit about the feeling that this team has right now. Unbeaten in district play, a winning streak now that's 9 straight against a much better team, frankly, than you've faced. What is that feeling when you go into a dugout to get ready for a game? How confident are you guys?
I mean, it's amazing. We're rolling right now, and, the energy in the dugout is just amazing, especially in the locker room, too. I mean, all the boys are just hyped up, and especially in the dugout. I mean, you saw today, we were very loud, and we got let off the leash. That's what Coach says about it. And, it's a really nice feeling whenever you're on a winning streak, and you just have the confidence through the roof. So yeah.
It's funny you should say that because Ed mentioned during the game that you guys were pretty boisterous, and he mentioned that even before the game there was a little chirping going on. Last question for you, Carson, and that is, when you get one like you got, when that ball leaves your bat, is it just a feeling? Do you know that you got all of it?
That one, not so much. I mean, it was a 2-strike swing, so it was mostly defensive. But once I realized the ball just kept carrying, I was like, oh, I know it's gone. But it was just a matter of fact if it was fair or foul.
Yeah.
So, it's a great feeling, obviously. But that one, it was more like a defensive swing. So, but I still got a pretty good piece of it and hit it out the park. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great news for the rest of the district. That was your defensive swing. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Carson.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Did an outstanding job in your broadcast debut. And now here's a guy that has some experience doing this. We really are trying to find other people, but it's hard to do when you pitch as well as you did. And I'm going to go out on a limb, Brooks, and I'm going to say that eventually you are going to get a no-hitter. I know.
Hopefully.
I know you wanted it, but thank goodness it was that first hit and not the second hit that broke up the no-hitter.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm okay with the first one because it was a barrel. I'll give it to him. But the second one, if that broke the no-hitter, I would have been a little upset.
I think we all would have been a little upset except for the Plano West fans who were upset at everything else, especially the home plate umpire tonight. Some things were said. But I got to ask you, again, a second straight start that you've been just fantastic. You see what Caden did a couple nights ago, and then you come on and almost do the same thing. How good does it feel? I mean, you are pitching at a high level.
Oh, it feels great, but, I can't do it without my defense. Kyle, Shea, Hayden Denny making great plays out there, so I wouldn't even be able to be in this position without them.
Yeah, that play that Takesley made.
Oh, yeah.
And we weren't quite sure if they had gotten him at first base or if he was safe,
yeah,
but
it was close.
It was very close, but still, Takesley made an amazing play, and I really love your approach of pointing out what your teammates are doing. But, Brooks, right now they're talking about what you did, and it's just phenomenal. I don't know what the overall streak was. I think it might have been something like 18 or 19 straight hitless innings for this pitching staff. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, no, this team is very special. Our pitching, we're really deep. A lot of guys we can trust out there, throw strikes, keep hitters off balance. Like I said before, our defense is just outstanding. And then the offense has really been coming together and just getting it done.
We mentioned early in the game, very early, like the first couple hitters. You were a little wild.
Yeah.
And I said, how many times have we seen Brooks, get wild against a couple of guys? And then you got out of that inning, and I thought, he's going to be great the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah.
How many times do you see that at the Major League Baseball level where a team's ace is on the ropes in the first inning, the other team doesn't take advantage, and the guy's unhittable.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you get into that zone and you know you've got guys guessing and that you're in complete control, I can't even imagine how good that feels.
Oh, yeah, it feels great. I mean, just trusting my mechanics, reaching through, listening to my coaches. I mean, just pitch and catch with me and my catcher.
Well, you have joined Caden in the Two Timers Club for Player of the Game interviews,
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I'll let you get back down there with your teammates. But
Thank you
Brooks,
very much.
it was just a pleasure watching you pitch tonight.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Have a great night.
You too. Brooks Bentley and Ed, he said something that really resonated with me, and that is, this is a special team, and I'm beginning to think that this could be a special team. You and I have talked about the level of competition that they're going to face come the postseason, especially once you get through the first couple of rounds. But there's something about this team that seems different than even last year's team, and last year's team was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this team definitely hits much better. Their pitching has just come alive in district play. If we look at the pitching stats, compare it to previous years, not quite as impressive. But I think a lot of that was the tougher teams that they were playing at the beginning of the year in tournament play.
No question.
But district, they've been lights out with the exception. Well, even that first game was tight. So.
Yep. And I'm actually looking up to see what Allen. Let's see their run totals lately. Well, they shut out McKinney. They shut out Princeton twice. They shut out Plano West today. They did give up 3 runs to McKinney, but then they shut out Plano, gave up 3 runs there in the previous game. I am not a math wizard by any stretch of the imagination, but it looks to me like they've given up about 6 runs so far in district play.
Yeah, I'll do some comparison numbers and just see what district play is versus the rest. But I think we're going to see that's been the difference, is that the pitching has really been outstanding.
Well, Ed, we'll do it again Tuesday night, this time at Plano West. And
hostile crowd, perhaps.
Yes, it will be a hostile crowd. They're going to make us do our game from behind the center field wall. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, appreciate you, Ed. Always do. Appreciate the folks who tuned in tonight and saw this gem of a pitching performance by Brooks and that just terrific 2-run homer. I'm running out of ways to describe it. 2-run homer by Carson O'Neill. For Ed, I'm Mike. Allen wins it 4-0. We'll see you Tuesday night.